Altamont Springs is a suburb of Orlando with a population of 45,732. Altamont Springs is in Seminole County and is one of the best places to live in Florida. The suburban city was rocked by the murder of Stephen Schulhoff, who was brutally attacked while he was asleep in his bed. Courtney Schulhoff and Michael Morin had spent the previous day like any other teenage couple, watching a double bill movie at a local cinema. Courtney, 16 at the time, had been dating 20-year-old Michael for about a year, and their story was nothing like a typical teenage romance story. When they finally got to the home of Stephen Schulhoff, what happened next is still somewhat a mystery. The only concrete part of the story is that, in the early morning of February 10, 2004, Stephen Schulhoff lost his life after a brutal attack while he was still asleep in his bed. Who murdered Stephen Schulhoff? Courtney Schulhoff lived in Altamont Springs with her father after her parents divorced. She attended Lyman High School but had dropped out and was pursuing her GED. Before dropping out of school, 15-year-old Courtney began dating Michael Morin, a man whom she had met at a dog racetrack across the street from her high school. Morin, who was 5 years Courtney's senior, was on probation for car theft after stealing his father's car. Courtney's father did not approve of their relationship, but the couple continued to date anyway. They would often hang out at a local gas station where Courtney reportedly told Morin that her father was physically abusive towards her. Courtney and Michael were apprehended on February 11th after Stephen's girlfriend Elaine came to the apartment to check on Stephen. Elaine called 911 after seeing the couple flee from the apartment. Schulhoff later told the police that she and Morin had decided to kill her father after her father had beaten her on February 9th. She initially claimed that while she was out taking her father's dog for a walk, Morin had decided to take care of the problem and kill Stephen. Schulhoff claimed that when she returned to the apartment, she discovered Morin covered in blood and saw the baseball bat by the front door. She stated that Morin admitted to killing her father and threatened to kill her if she called authorities. Morin denied that he had initiated the killing, stating that Schulhoff left the baseball bat used to kill Stephen outside the bedroom door for him to use. Morin claimed that he tried to talk Schulhoff out of killing her father, to no avail. He also claimed to have no memory of beating Stephen Schulhoff, stating that he blacked out as soon as he grabbed the bat and only became aware of his actions when he was washing the blood off his body after the attack. In a second interview with police, Schulhoff admitted that she waited at the apartment's tennis court area while Morin killed her father and intentionally left the baseball bat by the front door for Morin to use. Courtney Schulhoff was the first of the defendants to stand trial. Her trial began on September 26, 2006. Prosecutors alleged that although Michael Morin had committed the murder, Schulhoff had orchestrated it. She did not testify in her own defense at the trial. The next day, she was found guilty of first-degree murder. Because she was only 16 when the murder was committed, she was ineligible for the death penalty. On September 27, 2006, she was sentenced to life without parole. After the judge handed down the obligatory sentence, Courtney Schulhoff spoke out in open court, stating, "Your Honor, I'd like to openly admit in court that Michael Morin is not the person who killed my father. I was. So I accept full responsibility and I accept the verdict." Michael Morin's murder trial began on April 16, 2007. Unlike his former girlfriend, he was facing the death sentence if convicted. During his testimony, he admitted to killing Stephen Schulhoff but expressed regret for his actions. At the trial, Schulhoff also testified in Morin's defense. She had given a new deposition after her conviction and stated that she was the one who had bludgeoned Stephen Schulhoff to death with the baseball bat. However, on April 26, 2007, Michael Morin was convicted. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole and is serving his sentence at the Taylor Correctional Institution. In 2017, Schulhoff was given a reduced sentence of 40 years.